Dude, life is so weird, man. I'm over here making these videos that really nobody watches. I guess occasionally somebody might watch. But honestly, like, I don't know how much of an impact they're going to make. But while I was thinking about how I can, like, contribute to the world the most I possibly can with the limited resources and limited, like, mental health. It's hard to admit that, but that's how we all are. Honestly, we're all probably a little bit insane or a little bit struggling with something. But like in the process of thinking about what I can do with my limited resources to make an impact and try to solve the problems of our time, I discovered that I think my testimony, just my testimony of these things that I'm experiencing day to day, I think that could very well be enough. And that's quite comforting. That's actually kind of comforting because it means that after all the journaling I've done and after all these like team projects that I've tried to put together to like research like child exploitation prevention, out of all those things that I've done that are more crafty, I think I just might end up having more of an impact if I just make a couple videos. Or more specifically, just make videos until I run out of energy to do it. Or until I feel unmotivated again. I don't know if I even feel particularly motivated right now. I actually kind of got used to just talking to a camera. I think that's what it is. Which is good, of course, because I've been wanting to make videos for a while now. I just got stuck in like the desire to make them more higher quality. But like, screw that. Like, this is quality right here. I mean, I've watched a few videos of just somebody sitting by the river, just kind of like talking. But yeah, like the videos I've been doing, they're unscripted. And I know I need to. I'm like pressuring myself in my mind as I talk, because I know I need to keep talking. I know I need to keep yapping, otherwise you might lose interest. Assuming that there's a very small chance that somebody will actually listen to this all the way through. But if I need to I just need to be a little bit kinder to myself and remember that a few videos back, there was one person who left a thoughtful comment and who seemingly did watch the video all the way through. And if I put some keywords in my description and tags on this video, and like, I don't know, maybe a somewhat catchy title, then there is a chance that more people will see this. And at this point, right, everything I've done in life is online. Everything I truly care about, I have written publicly online because I believe that my testimony will help somebody. So it's based on that belief that eventually my testimony, and by testimony I just mean my account, my view, my perception of this world and the problems inside of it will mean something to somebody. Because I've seen, so I've grown up online, right? I mean, how many of us have? So many of us. But I've seen a lot of testimonies of just people just talking, and then I've taken a lot of it into heart. You know, I have this quote, and it goes like this: my screams, my screaming, my yapping, and my venting will hopefully linger in your head as a whisper. Okay, I kind of like made that longer than it was supposed to be. It's my screams will linger in your head as a whisper. But I think you get the point. Like, if somebody is screaming, if somebody is so sad at the state of the world, or if somebody really wants to like plead for someone to listen to them about a problem that they're experiencing in life, of any size, of any shape, I mean, you know, if you have, like, if you're a human being with some empathy, then that's probably going to stick with you in your heart. And it might not be on the complete forefront of your mind. Obviously, day-to-day survival and like semi-long-term plans might be on the forefront of your mind. But if somebody's screaming like me in my videos, then I might linger in your head, which is good. I think that's good. Because I got to a point in life where, dude, I just really want to share what I've learned. I really want to share what I've learned. And so, you know, I haven't been through trauma in the same way that other people have. It sounds confusing when I put it like that, but from what I see, most people have experienced like deep depths of hellish trauma. And it terrifies me to hear about it every fucking time I hear about it. But I don't want to not hear about it. Under no circumstances do I want to tune someone out just because their story in life is deeply traumatic. That would be unfair. That would just be simply unfair. That's like one of my values in life. So I live by a bunch of values. Unreserved honesty, actions, like trying to do stuff, feedback and accountability, among other things. But yeah, like I want to hear people's stories. So if you left a comment below with your story or some kind of, if you were just wanted to share some kind of art that has helped you survive, you know what I mean, right? So everybody has art that they've consumed, whether it's a movie or a song or whatever, or even art that they've made. So if you have some art that you love or that you've made that has saved you from the truly depressing and soul-crushing problems of our time, then tell me. Leave it in the comments. I want to hear about it. I also share my email and everything and my other projects on my YouTube because I want you to have multiple ways to get a hold of me. Because if you connect with the content that I'm putting out here right now and you enjoy this, that's a miracle. That's a miracle to me. And I want to hear you out because you heard me out. And then from my perspective, it's just absolutely beautiful because now we've just... I mean, every time something good happens online, like every time I've been working for hours and hours and hours to make some kind of interesting project, and then I see somebody give me this beautiful little bit of good feedback, dude, it inspires me. My brain is great like that. It rewards me for those things. My brain will see a little bit of feedback and it'll be like, yes, bro, yes. And then I will literally start reading the comment. I will start reading a positive comment and I will stop halfway through and I will turn on a song and I will jam out in celebration before I've even finished the comment. Isn't that amazing? Dude, that's actually amazing. But dude, I want to hear you. I want to hear you. This is why I make YouTube videos that nobody will really hear. It's because I'm hoping that they will hear them. I think it's possible. I mean, I have to do something, right? So I was born. So from my perspective, like, this is so nerdy, dude. But like, I was born. I had a very good childhood, which I'm very thankful for. Very good health, too. So if it all went away tomorrow, I would have to be thankful. I would have to, like, force myself to be thankful. I could grieve, of course. It's normal to grieve. I often try to suppress human emotions because, like, I want to get over the pain before it even happens because that's kind of how my brain is. But no, like, if I lost it all tomorrow, if I lost all my health and everything, that's fine. Like, I would have to be thankful because I had this great childhood. But then after that, you know, after my great childhood, I discovered some of the problems in the world and I learned them. I saw them firsthand, you know. I saw, like, drug addiction and I saw some terrible mental health crisis. And man, I saw child exploitation. I figured out how a lot of that works. Unfortunately, I got to learn about that. But then I was able to take some action against it, which is great. There's actually things we can do. In fact, I've put together an entire 6-year-long project. 6-year-long project on how we can do that. So that should be within a few clicks of this video right here on my channel or in the description. But But yeah, like, you can see what I've been up to. You can see this. I've made an effort to go online and use it for good now. So that's why I'm here right now. And I am so thankful that my brain rewards me for doing this. So if you resonate with the words that I'm saying, then why not get in contact? Or why not share something interesting? Share something interesting. Or not even that. You don't have to do any of that. In fact, this world is so incredibly painful on so many levels across the entire earth in everyone's different life. There is a deep level of pain that everyone experiences. And so because of that, you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to fucking comment on my video. You don't have to. I would encourage you to, but honestly, like, sometimes all we can fucking do, bro, is wake up and try to survive the next couple of hours. Sometimes it's that bad. Actually, no, sometimes it's so bad you really just want to, like, survive, like, the next, like, half an hour. Dude. But I mean, hopefully you take something away from this. Like, hopefully my screams kind of sit in your head. And I'm not having a mental breakdown right now, which is good. So I'm able to be a little bit more clear with my words, I think, but dude, it's okay to have empathy, by the way. It's okay to have empathy. In fact, fuck it, right now, you and me, you listening to this, if you got this far, let's normalize ridiculous levels of empathy. Empathy to where the people in your life say, "Oh, you're reading too much into that. You care too much." No, dude, protect yourself. So when people start saying protect yourself, like, don't worry about that, you can't control that, that's how you know that you have the right level of empathy. So come with me and let's do that. Let's exhibit, oh my gosh, I'm using fancy words now. Let's demonstrate a beautiful level of empathy that could possibly save the world. I mean, and the reason I care so much about empathy is because, like, imagine somewhere, someplace in a deep, dark corner of the world, somebody's just, like, suffering and then nobody hears their story. So I imagine that. I try to visualize that just for a second. Just like somebody somewhere is suffering. Somebody, anywhere, is just, like, suffering in darkness. They're all alone. For one reason or another. In some way, shape, or form. And to me, that's just unacceptable. Because, I mean, we've all been in a place of darkness. But chances are, neither of us have been in the deepest depths of darkness possible. But in any case, if someone is experiencing darkness, they deserve to be heard. And they deserve to be recognized. And so I think that we can make some more sacrifices on our part to be more empathetic. I'm trying to. I really want to reorganize my life so I could just be more empathetic. I'm happy that I'm unemployed right now. I left my job because multiple reasons. But a good side effect of that is that now my schedule is free. So I could help. I mean, ideally, if someone was like, "Hey, could you help me do this?" I could just be like, "Yeah, I'll be over. Like, I'll be there." And by the way, I don't drive a car or anything. I take public transportation. Because a car, what I've seen is it ruins people's souls a little tiny bit. Nobody wants to admit it, but from what I've seen, it kind of ruins your soul. It makes you I mean, you know, I've seen road rage, to just name the first thing that comes to mind. But, yeah, I mean, just want to be empathetic. I want to cut these things out of my life, like cars, everything from cars to anger to plastic consumption. Just because if I cut these things out of my life and I abide by a truly thought out set of values, if I do those things, then I'm going to get such a big reward from that. And then if I throw some work in there too, like this video, like, to me it's kind of like work. It's not entirely, like, I don't want to say that I'm over here like working. Like, it's kind of fun for me, right? but I do feel some obligation to make this kind of video. But if I throw some work into that mix of like abiding by good values, reducing my impact, reducing my negative impact at every turn possible, and like trying to live like a neutral kind of life, like neutral or good is how I want to live. Like absolutely, like no bad. This world does not need any more bad, under no circumstances. So I really want to make true sacrifices to ensure that that doesn't happen. Like hell, even buying a snack pains me because of the plastic that it produces, and then the money gets circled back into the economy, and then the economy generates more cars. From my perspective, you know what I mean? So it's just, so if I withdraw from that, I'm not harming anybody. I am instead being neutral, at the very least, and then good at best. And so all these things put together, I'm in for a very good life here. A very meaningful life and a very painful life. Which equals good. Oh wait, no. Meaning divided by happiness equals good. Or something. There's some equation there that you can make. I don't want to make it, but yeah. Let me try to skip this rock. Yeah, no. I couldn't skip the rock. But if I practice with enough rocks, I'm sure I could get a couple skips. But yeah, man, it's beautiful today. But that is why I make videos that nobody cares about. But there was that one person. A few videos back. And then there was even another YouTuber on this platform months and months back who was making longer form videos than this, who was just like venting about the problems in the world in the same way that I do. And, you know, I took inspiration from that. And that creator has since, like, privated all their videos. But still, like, and that's why, that is the example that I wanted to give about why I feel so strongly about this, like, empathy thing, or, like, hearing people out, hearing their stories. Because I heard his story. You know, I binge watched this, like, tiny creator, like, he had, like, a few thousand subscribers or whatever, and he got, like, 100 views. You know, like, tiny in the grand scheme of things. But, you know, I heard him out, and I loved it, and it helped my life. So, dude, it helped me care more. But yeah, I need to spend a little bit less time on the internet. But honestly, thank you for listening to me rant. This has been good. You know, I'm in an interesting climate right now. It's kind of dry right now. There's a beautiful river. It stinks, but it's a nice kind of stink. And, like, yeah, man, I'm barefoot. Like, it's really nice. I said everything I needed to say. I really did. So thank you for listening.